Success or failure? The real answer is both. The key is fail fast, fail forward.
We all have a satisfaction associated with doing something that somebody finds useful.
We all want to succeed. We all want to win. We all want to be in the winner's circle, stand at the top of the podium, and make the cut. Get the gig. Have the big recognition. That's universal. What also is universal is that the path to the top and to success goes through multiple failures. Sometimes messy, ugly, difficult, discouraging, awful failures. So what do we do about those failures? Well, since we all have them, we have some choices. Number one, no, you're not alone. We all have failures. The fabled story about Edison and his 10,000 failed attempts for the light bulb. And there are dozens of other stories of similarly profound inventions that went through multiple iterations and dozens or hundreds of failures. The Wright brothers and all of their failures, and all of the people at the time who were working on the same thing. It was time to create the flying machine, and it was in the air, and there were dozens of different groups, some well-funded and some poorly funded, that were working. And the common story among them all was failure, 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 almost, not enough, bang, crash, broken gear, broken bones. That was the common story. The uncommon story is that somebody kept at it long enough until they flew 100 or 200 or 300 feet, or however far that first amazing flight was, with Orville and Wilbur Wright at Kitty Hawk. And from then, of course, we have all of the things we have, including airplanes and jets of all kinds and space travel. And from Edison, we have light bulbs. And now we don't even think about light bulbs. We went to fluorescent bulbs, and now they're LED bulbs. And pretty soon there'll be more stuff that's even cheaper and brighter. So what does that have to do with you and me in business and life? Well, we would be silly to assume that the greats who invented great things have to go through failure, and those of us that are settling for perhaps slightly more modest achievements would go straight to success. It doesn't happen that way. No one wins every time they race. No one wins every time they compete. And that's okay, because failure is our greatest teacher. Success tells us that what we did was good enough to achieve victory in that circumstance with those people competing against us, or if we're competing against our own previous record, what we did was enough to achieve that. That's all that success teaches us. Failure, on the other hand, teaches us a lot of things. First of all, it teaches us clearly one thing not to do, or two things, like this method doesn't work. But it also gives us the opportunity to adjust our mental attitude. It gives us the opportunity to test and demonstrate our willingness to commit and go forward despite failure once, twice, or even repeated dozens of times. The interesting thing is that even though we know that, and if I say this, you're saying, yeah, that's right, it is still so true that most do not believe or continue in those efforts. They give up. And the key is give up, give up, give up. And that, of course, is the key to the door to nowhere. So if you're interested in the road to nowhere, you can quit any time, because oblivion and nowhere is exactly where you will end up. We don't read about those that quit. We don't read about those that worked long hours and then gave up. We don't have monuments or elements or schools or anything named after those who tried and quit. We do sometimes have those things named after those who tried and failed spectacularly and died or were prevented from moving forward in honor of their achievement right to the end. But mostly we have the stories and the poems and the songs and the acknowledgments and the buildings and the books about those who kept going, one foot after the other, until they got to the end. So the transformational moment for you today, Light Rope Daily Transformation for the Bold, is to think about your efforts. Pick 2 or 3 things that you are engaged in right now that are important to you. And then pick one that perhaps is the most scary or the most doubtful, or the most difficult? How many times have you failed? Typical one we hear talked about a lot is people who go on diets to lose weight. I've tried every diet in the world and I can't finish. Or stopping smoking. I've tried every nicotine patch and doctor in the universe and it doesn't work for me. Or making money. I've tried everything I've ever found and none of them work for me. And the key element in each of those stories is that they're not trying now. They've concluded that there is no path from where they are to this goal line. They have already accepted defeat as a permanent state of affairs. No success is permanent because it can always go south, but more importantly, no failure is final. If you take that to heart and you say, no matter what I've tried to do, and no matter how many times I have come short of my goal, or achieved less than I desired, or abjectly fell flat on my face, plop, I guarantee total failure if I quit. And if I get up and try again, there's a chance I will succeed. What's it worth to you to always be on the road to opportunity? You can quit anytime. You can take the detour to nowhere, the quick path to complaining and bitterly being a failure just by quitting. So that's available anytime you want it. The few, the successful, the transformed, the achievers, the ones we look up to, are the ones that don't think about that. Whatever discouragement comes with getting smacked down is temporary. And then the answer is, okay, what else is possible? How can I start again? What should I do different? And let's get with the program. So if you fail, or even fail spectacularly, and that includes if someone betrays you, or something bad happens, or somebody you've depended on, all of those things are included. I'm not just talking about some chemistry experiment that fails. Ah, my puppies are barking upstairs. Someone must have knocked on the door. Anyway, regardless of how you have failed and how much it hurts, get up and try again. Because every step, every single step you take closer to the goal, you are closer to the goal. Every step is closer. And if you keep doing them, keep stepping, you will get there. Fail fast, fail forward, learn what you can, don't give up, keep moving, and I'll see you at the goal line. Thank you for watching the videos. Take this opportunity, leave a comment, subscribe most of all, and don't forget to spread the word about this channel.